And that was the happiest day of my life.
Hey, I like dogs.
We have your dog.
It's Monday, August 19, 2024. This is CVM News at Noon. I'm Nika Lewis. The Area 1 police have bolstered their operations in the parishes of Trelawney, Hanover, St. James and Westmoreland. Several illegal firearms have been seized and suspects taken into custody by the Area 1 Special Squad. 2 men were taken into custody in connection with the seizure of an illegal firearm and 6 live rounds of ammunition in Canaan District, St. James on Tuesday, August 13. 40 rounds of ammunition were also seized at Barracks Road in Savlamar on the same day. Despite still leading in murders across the division, St. James recorded 85 murders leading up to August 14, when compared to 128 murders leading up to the same period last year. Westmoreland, Hanover and Trelawney have also seen a decline in murders in August when compared to the previous period in 2023. The government says it has many plans for the country's infrastructural development. And though it may take some time, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has assured that the process will be thorough.
Portland is set for massive development, but they're not going to be high intensity, high density development. No, we specifically want to avoid that. We are going for high value, low density development, including the development of the East Harbor into a cruise shipping port. And all of that is being planned. So we are not just doing one little development and expect that one little development to spark and be the catalyst for new development. No, we have a well thought out, coordinated plan backed by the resources to sustain long-term infrastructure investment without interruption.
Following an announcement by the University Hospital of the West Indies regarding a bed shortage, some stakeholders believe there is a deeper issue that the hospital is not addressing. Opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, is suggesting it's time for the government to declare a public health crisis.
We have to look at the presence of only 3 Type A hospitals in the island: Cornwall Regional, KPH and UA. These are the only 3 hospitals where you can get certain type of specialized care. And for the other Type B and Type C hospitals in the rural areas, it is their referral center where the sick patients or patients who are in need of specialized care are sent. With Cornwall having issues, and I can bet you a lot of the patients at UA now are from Western Jamaica, because when Cornwall is up and running, you would have Cornwall as the main referral center. Now, and I can speak from my experience when I was at Savlamar Hospital, the majority of times we end up sending patients into Kingston when the air quality issues began at Cornwall. So with Cornwall down, you're pretty much left with UA and KPH. And with UA out now, you're left with KPH, which is already bursting on the scenes with all of the trauma that is there. So when you look at the whole picture, not just at the bed capacity at UA, but at the island public and private healthcare system, you're realizing that if you run into trouble with any patient at all, your only option is to transfer to KPH at this time. So we cannot have anyone believing that, well, since UWI can't take patients, it's temporarily just sending them elsewhere. That elsewhere is only one hospital, and that is KPH.
For the majority of people that call the breadbasket of Jamaica their home, the despair caused by the passage of Hurricane Beryl still lingers. But as the parish recovers, Joel Crosskill reports on the recovery efforts being made at a beloved heritage landmark.
Currently, the circumstances facing Holland Bamboo Grove, a heritage site located in Lacovia St. Elizabeth, an avenue of approximately 4 kilometres long, arched and shaded by an arrangement of bamboo on both sides, and said to be one of the most photographed places on the island, is less than picture perfect, leaving some vendors who rely on their sales of peanut and coconut to get by, wondering if it will ever be the same again.
The bamboo tear down, it mash up a lot. Yeah. So you're not getting no much tourists right now, but them come and go when them feel like and then stop when them feel like.
This last disaster is Beryl. The storm blow and affect it. And for since the storm blow to how it did look when the storm blow, it look good now. On the day and after the day of the storm, right now it's still looking nice. Cause plenty people stop here and say, but the storm not doing nothing. I say, if you did see the day when the storm, they would say something. But for now, I think it will come back.
It was good because tourists every day see tourists. Them come and sometimes you ask them on the bike, bicycle, walk foot, but now they're not doing that no more.
For Mayor of Black River Richard Solomon, who took office just 3 months prior to the passage of Beryl, the destruction he's witnessed has inspired an urgent desire for recovery.
As it is now, it's going to take some amount of time to sort of restore the bamboo plants. A lot of work was done, a lot of cleaning up exercise, and the crew is continuously working on the restoration. But I think there has to be a long-term plan as it will lead to, probably some sort of irrigation system in place to supply the bamboos with water during the time of drought, and also to sort of create back some embankment, because we would have recognized that a lot of the bamboo roots are exposed.
The mayor suggests that the potential for innovation can also be considered.
I believe that more can be done. I think that my personal view is that we need an alternate route, where we the citizen can traverse through and sort of use the Holland bamboo as a sort of strip that tourists can, utilize. I am envisioning where we can have carnivals and those sort of things to boost the economical activities within that space.
Joel Crosskill, CVM News.
Stay with us. CVM News at noon returns in just a moment.
CVM TV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVM TV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVM TV News to see it happen.
Parents, gearing up for back-to-school expenses? Well, Chris and Charles is making back-to-school as easy as ABC. From July 1st to August 23rd, 2024, borrow at low rates, and here it is! You could win one of 24 back-to-school grants of $50,000! Imagine the possibilities, covering all your expenses and winning big! Call us at 876-926-0609 or visit our website for details. Conditions apply. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles. Authorized on Section 58 Group. Betting in English.
You know what's sweet? The new Mpox Sweet Living Promotion. Win great prizes.
Bedroom set, living room set, or kitchen appliance set plus TVs and monthly cash prizes.
Send in 5 new pack labels or a receipt. Labels must belong to at least the new pack canned beans, coconut milk powder, and the new pack oil categories. Fill out the tagline. New pack, more than just value. Place your entry in one of the drop boxes at participating outlets. Enter by mail or online at newpackjamaica.com. Time for live sweet. Enter the new Mpox Sweet Living Promotion, June 16 to August 31. See the press for more details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting Gaming.
Welcome back. Well, on Sunrise this morning, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Besesa McKenzie provided updates on the monkeypox or Mpox virus. She also issued caution to parents and students ahead of the new school year.
So Mpox, as we would have heard before, is a viral disease. It is transmitted through contact, close contact, skin-to-skin contact more likely, but persons who are in close vicinity for long periods, then you would have a more likelihood of transmitting the disease. As I said, for the most part, it is a mild illness. Starts out just like the regular flu illness with headache, fevers, pains, joint pains, back pains, and then you develop a rash. So the rash is, of course, is what everybody recognizes. Similar to chickenpox, it's in the same family, the orthopox viruses. So you get a lesion that starts out flat and then becomes a blister, pus-filled blister. The illness usually, it takes 2 weeks for you to develop symptoms after you're exposed, and the symptoms may take up to 2 to 4 weeks to resolve. As I said, most persons treat symptomatically and they will be quite fine. But of course, again, persons who are vulnerable, persons with chronic illnesses will have the tendency to develop burst diseases, and so therefore you can even have fatalities from Mpox. So generally, the precautions are pretty much infection prevention control. Right. Well, I just want to say that, parents really should be engaging from during this summer period with the schools, because they should be concerned to ensure that the schools have the wherewithal to have good sanitation practices, that they have areas that persons can wash their hands, that the bathrooms are, have wash hand facilities, etc. We're in the season with mosquitoes as well to make sure that the breeding sites around the schools are, of course, we've gotten rid of them.
Yes. Reports have surfaced that the China Harbour engineering company CHEC has begun clearing woodland on the Roaring Estate in St. Anne to make way for a luxury housing development. This has sparked protests led by the Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, which is questioning the government's decision to grant environmental permits for the project. Joel Crosskill has the details.
The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environment Movement, JABEM, again raised the volume on its advocacy with a recent protest at Roaring River in St. Anne, its latest attempt to protect territories of ecological and historical importance on the island. JABEM President Dr. Devon Taylor says greater pride of place for Jamaican interests must be afforded to sites such as these.
Today, we're standing up. We're standing up for our community, Steertown. We're standing up for Jamaica. Because what we do see here is a destruction of not only our ecological heritage, but destruction of, our water resources. The Royal Bruno watershed is a protected area. And we are seeing tractors rolling, destroying our watershed. Water is life and water is security. And so we are lending our voice to the community of Steertown and all the communities around that JABEM will not stand idle by while the government hand over 167 acres of prime property, prime watershed to the Chinese to build 800 houses that will destroy our watershed.
For JABEM Outreach Officer Damien Coombs, himself a resident of the nearby Steertown community, the potential impact, it's even closer to home.
This area is where Marcus Garvey's father is from. And we have stories of Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey's wife, Amy Jackie, says that Marcus Garvey was raised in the Roaring River area where he could hear when the river roared. So Marcus Garvey was raised here. So this is not just a socio-economic issue. This is not just a logistical issue. This is not just an environmental issue, but this is an ancestral issue. This is an issue of our heritage.
As part of the deal with China Harbour engineering company CHEC to build the north-south link of Highway 2000, approximately 200 acres of land in Mammy Bay, St. Anne, that was previously owned by the Urban Development Corporation UDC, was transferred to the international construction juggernauts.
We're not anti-development. This project could be easily moved to any other area along the north coast or further inland. you do not build on a watershed. Now the Duns River is listed as an ecological sensitive area, and this